Let's
Hi,
start.
we're recording.
Yeah, hi.
Oh yeah, it's recording. It says it up there.
Yeah.
I'll catch the rest of it. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Go enjoy your dinner.
All right. It was nice to meet everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this team.
For sure.
Looking forward to everything amazing you're going to do.
All right. Thank you very much, Rachel. Bye, guys.
Bye. Doggies.
I'm almost out of carrots too.
So the next thing that I was going to do was recognize the wonderful people on my team. And like I said, Brooke was my first consultant, and Brooke was able to knock out $12.50 in her first 30 days, which got her, $100 in Pampered Chef dollars.
Yep.
So for those of you that don't know, Pampered Chef dollars are dollars that you can spend on Pampered Chef product as well as supplies. So if you need more catalogs or host packets or, really any supplies other than the website, which I know is something that I've heard from many of you, as we wish we could have the website be included with Pampered Chef dollar spending. Unfortunately, we're not there yet. I think the majority of that is because it's an external vendor, which we can't really force them to accept our Pampered Chef dollars, but definitely on the radar of a wish list. So for June sales, we have some great numbers. Number one in sales for June was Sandy, and Sandy was probably my second recruit. And Sandy is in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, and she's the fiance of my cousin Troy. And she hosted a show and decided at the end of that show that she was going to use the kit credit, much like many of you did, to purchase her kit. And Sandy is a nurse practitioner up there, so lots of people in the medical field here on Pampered Chef, but she had a booking from her host show, and I gave that booking to her, and that was where those $400 in sales came, plus some outlet sales. So as you've noticed on the group, when I see really great outlet posts, those are really great drivers to supplement your show sales. So go ahead and steal anything that I post on the group page, anything that I post on my page, anything I post on my VIP group.
Anything you see any of us post on any group.
Yeah, because none of us created it except for Stacy. She's the only one that's creating original content. I'm stealing everything, which is, people love that, and they're more than willing to share. And then second for June, we had Brooke with $343. My first three consultants, Brooke, Nicole, and Peter, and Sandy, all know that I reached out to them the last week before the month ended and asked if I could host a 3-day show for them to get me to directorship, and they graciously said yes. And Brooke walked away with $343 in sales, which is amazing. And she was able to make almost $100 in commission from that sale. So just making that opportunity available to your customers and to your friends and family will really drive your sales. And then Peter rocked it out in June in the last 2 days of the month with $312.85. He signed probably 2 hours after you did, Stacy, and had those sales ready to go, knowing that he was planning to sign, and we made that happen. And then Robin and Nicole both also had over $150 in sales, making them active in June. And really, those 5 consultants with those sales in June really brought me to directorship, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without any one of you. So thank you. You created my promotion and helped Rachel with her promotion as well. I needed $5,000 in sales in June to promote, and she needed $12,000. She had a much better curve than I did for for not hitting those numbers, but without any one of you in June, I would not have promoted to director. So thank you. And that's how easy it is to make sales. We did it in 2 or 3 days. I won't say that it was easy by any means, but if you really want it, we can find a way to make it happen. I thought I would be spending a lot more of my own money in that last week, but we figured out a way where I didn't have to do that. So it's easy, and we can help you work the system to make that happen.
We always have lots and lots of ideas when you're looking for extra sales.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably not on the last day or 2 of the month, but when it comes down to it, we make it happen.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And then you've heard us mention Donna in the past. I had a 3-hour drive coming home from my mother's house. What was it, like the 28th of the month? And I had a nice half-hour conversation with Donna on the telephone. And you'll hear me say repeatedly, do what Donna says. She had some brilliant ideas, and she's been in the business for 22 years or something like that. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to promote people, how to help you succeed in your businesses. So, that Landy Chef team is a great place to, bounce off ideas or questions, because there's tons of experience and resources out there to help you. And, like I said, everybody really wants to help. So we want to talk a little bit about new consultant rewards. And Rachel, I was wondering if you were interested at all in talking about new consultant rewards. I don't know if you saw that message, but if not, I'll pull it up real quick to kind of go over.
Oh, not a problem. No, I didn't see that message, but I'm more than happy to help. So as a new consultant, there are lots of things you can earn in your first 30 to 90 days. I don't know where Jason went. The first 30 days, of course, there is that new consultant promotion. When you signed in June, it was, extra $200 or extra $100 Pampered Chef dollars. So when you reach that $12.50 in sales, you will get $200 deposited into your account instead of $100 right away. You can also then, for every $12.50 in sales that you submit in your first 90 days, you're going to get another 100 Pampered Chef dollars. Now, Jason, wherever he went, he got in his first 90 days 900 Pampered Chef dollars. 900, okay? So he used that to get, he can tell you more, he got a set of cookware, he got the whole set of knives, he got tons and tons and tons of product. But you can also save that, and you can use those Pampered Chef dollars for registration for training. Like if you were coming to conference, you can use it for that. Business supplies, if you need catalogs, order forms, things for your hosts. You can get little packs of the season's best cookbooks or smaller items they sell in little bit quantities for us that you can get for like host gifts or prizes on your virtual party or whatever. So those are the things you can use your Pampered Chef dollars for. Other things that you can get as a new consultant in your first 90 days, the first 3 months of your website are free, okay, which is awesome. So the first 90 days are free. Plus then, we were kind of talking about it earlier, there is a $500 bonus cash, not Pampered Chef dollars, but actual cash when you promote to director in your first 90 days. All right, so then after you promote, if you keep your paid title as director, technicality thing, if your team doesn't reach 5,000 in sales every month after that, you can lose your directorship, but they give you a couple months, especially when you're new, it can be hard. So they give you a couple months, and if you don't do it 3 months straight, then you do lose your title and you have to start all over. But if you stay at that paid as director level, hitting that 5,000 for the first 3 months straight, you'll get another $500 bonus. And then if you promote to advanced director in your first 6 months, they give you another $1,000. Okay. Now, it is possible to maybe promote to director in month number 4 and then promote to advanced director in month number 6, and you maybe don't get that first $500 to $1,000, but you still can get that second $1,000 for promoting to advanced, just so that you know. But if you're going for it, go for it right away.
Yeah, I totally missed out on that.
You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready.
That's okay. That's okay. I missed out on it too. Let's see, other new consultant rewards. Oh, in your first 90 days, for every person who joins your team, once they qualify means that they reach that first $12.50 in sales, whether it's in 1 party, 6 parties. When they reach that first $12.50 in sales, then you will get another 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So that really means that if you go for directorship as what's called a fast track director promotes in their first 90 days. If you go for that, once those 5 people on your team qualify, that's 500 Pampered Chef dollars. plus the $500 cash bonus. Plus, we're going to make sure you get that other $500 for keeping your title. Plus, when you promote to director, you get, what is it, another 250 Pampered Chef dollars?
Yep.
Plus all the hundreds of dollars that you're earning along the way. Like, that's big money. Big money. Okay. So if you are here, if you are with Pampered Chef for any sort of financial reason, it's not a bad idea to go for it. And if you want more information, if you want a group of people to work with, to work together like Jason had, we have a group, a director-bound group starting up hopefully next week. And we're going to get a bunch of people in there. There might be some people who are still working for it from this last time, hopefully a bunch of new people as well. But it's a really, really great opportunity to get to know a lot of other people on our team that have the same wants and interests and are at the same level as you are in this business.
Or even if you're just curious, like honestly,
Yeah, sure.
I started in February with if they call it directorship by conference. It was a goal to reach directorship by this week. And I honestly had no thought that I would ever even make it to director by then, but I just wanted to learn. Like, I just love all the opportunities to listen to other consultants and absorb all of the information, because it's really your business and you can do whatever you want with it. And so there's so many people that have so many different ideas that you can take away and bring back to your own business and do what works for you, that, just being inspired by them and listening to what they were doing to work their business really helped me, drive my own. And I shockingly was able to promote by conference, even though. So if you're even mildly curious in working towards directorship, I strongly encourage you to join that group and just listen and attend the meetings and take away what you can from there, because it's awesome.
Well, and there's so much more to a promotion than just building a team, right? So you're going to learn about booking parties and working with your hosts and making the most out of every show. You're going to learn way more than just, how do I get 5 people on my team, right? Because there's so much more to it than that anyway. So Jason's exactly right. There's a lot of reasons to check out the group, and you never know.
Yeah, for me, it was all about sales. Like, I just wanted to sell so I could make money. And, I just wanted to hear what everybody else was doing to drive their sales, because I would see their numbers. You'll see in the next couple of days, Donna's newsletter will come out to everybody on the team, and you'll see the numbers that people are bringing in. And they're not all like people that are just working Pampered Chef. They're people that have full-time jobs and are still managing to bring in $4,000 or $5,000 in sales every month. And I'm like, holy cow, how do you do that? Like, it's crazy. Especially for me, I was doing nothing but virtual parties. And, the people that are doing the in-home shows, their show averages are so much higher than the virtual parties. But, I think there's something for everybody, and you can really do, whatever makes sense for you and your family to bring that business to what it needs to be. So looking forward at July, I just looked at the numbers tonight before we signed in, and Pampered Pete is off to the races this month. He's got $800 in sales submitted already. I believe he has about another $1,000 in shows going on right now. He somehow managed to book 9 shows this week.
This week?
This week, yeah. I don't know how.
Come back and tell us how you're doing this.
Right. So I think what he said before you signed on, Rachel, is he was just watching people's Facebook posts. Anybody that posted about food, just reaching out to them. Obviously, they like to cook. What tools do you need? Have you heard of Pampered Chef? Let us help you. When they said they wanted to buy something, he encouraged them to host a show to get that something for free or at a huge discount. And, he's been really successful at that. Stacy, I know you're hosting a kickoff show up virtually. I know that was really successful for Brooke when she hosted her in-home kickoff show. So anybody that hasn't hosted a kickoff show, that's a really great start to boost your business. Stacy, I encourage you to, once that virtual show is done, convert that party to a group and make it your VIP customer group, because those are the people that stuck around and were interested in hearing about it. So anytime you have new products or sales, the difference between a group and an event on Facebook is that every time you post in a group, anybody that's in that group gets a notification. Whereas if you're in an event, they kind of have to proactively find that notification. I was a huge event proponent for many months until probably 2 weeks ago. And then I did my first hurry up and get some sales by the end of June group event, and the participation was amazing. And I think I'm converted. But for you that are hosting your group, totally take that and convert it to a VIP group. Save those customers. They work. I'm getting a total like echo of everything that I say, so if I look a little weird right now, that's fine. So I don't know, I feel like this meeting thing would work better if there wasn't only one attendee.
You know what? People can watch it later. They'll be fine.
Absolutely. So the next thing we were going to talk about is just kind of idea of prospecting and trying to drive your bookings. The one of the big takeaways I got from the directorship by conference group that I was in was 8 will make you great. So I definitely encourage you to shoot for 8 shows every month to drive whatever it is that's driving your business. If it's sales, if it's recruiting, having 8 shows I think will really help you build both of those fronts. Like I said, all except for Brooke were past hosts for me that have signed on my team. So those are really your biggest opportunities. And by having 8 hosts every month, that's 8 people that might want to experience the opportunity as well. So that's my goal for you guys, is to try to book 8 shows every month, whether it's in-home shows, if it's virtual shows, whatever makes sense with your schedule and your life. Just go for that. Last month I had 13 virtual parties and 4 of them had 0 in sales. So there will be, times where you get 0 in sales and you can't be discouraged by that. One of those 0 sales shows resulted in Robin joining my team. So, even though there weren't any sales, there's still opportunity with those guests that are watching your posts and learning about Pampered Chef. And somebody might, be interested in joining the team and, making some money on their own. So don't look at those zeros as, a negative. They're still, your opportunity to get in front of that 30 to 50 to 100 people to share the product and the Pampered Chef mission.
I mean, for all you know, there could be people in that party that they love the product, they want all of it, but they can't afford it for whatever reason. And, this is such a great opportunity, as Jason's already shared, to help supplement whatever income you have, don't have, need. And the hardest part for so many people is that initial getting the kit. But we have, there's ideas out there of how you can make that easier. There's ideas out there about how you can get that paid off before the bill even comes due. And if somebody really needs the extra income and they're willing to let us help them get started and, do everything Jason says, then we'll get you there. So quick question, Stacy, have you thought about how much money per month would be helpful extra coming in for cheerleading costs and whatever else you want to cover? Have you put a number out there yet?
Jason asked me, and I did get a number, and I was thinking like 500, but just kind of seeing where we go, and I was kind of hoping that the show first kickoff show would kind of let me see where and how easy this is going to be. Not that it should be easy, but yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of trying it out and seeing how it goes, and so far I'm liking it. I mean, yeah, I've only got 2 sales on this show, and I did get 1 booking today for another show, so I think that I'm just kind of easing into it. I think that it's picking up a little bit now that people are like, oh yeah, we need to get in our orders, and I'm hearing a lot of, oh yeah, I'm meaning to put in my order. So I'm hoping I can get that final push today or tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a thunderstorm tomorrow, do your best rain dance, and I can really bug people while I'm working. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because you were,
I mean,
you're the one
yeah.
at the park, right?
Yeah, I run our local pool. Yeah. So yeah. So right now the hours are like, it's a swim lesson week, so it's like 50 to 60 hours plus my other job at the hospital. So it's just kind of been kind of crazy. But luckily, I have a few day reprieve without my kids, so she's with grandma and grandpa and the Dells at least through Wednesday. So hoping to get some work done. Yeah, maybe the husband will cooperate. Yeah, Nate says hi, Jason.
Hi, Nate. It's really refreshing to see your family and how supportive everybody is in your family. I know your mom was one of my past hosts. Nadia is obviously modeling the Pampered Chef product, which never hurts. And it's great to see a family behind you. And I think that'll only help you succeed with the business.
For sure.
Yeah, Nate's actually gotten way into it. I've been kind of surprised. He wouldn't do a video like my dad did, but he was really, I think he was almost as excited about the boxes showing up when they did, and we haven't even really been able to delve into them, but he got his knife, so he's a happy camper. So yeah, now he's obsessed and he needs the knives, all the knives, give him all the knives. So yeah, but Nadia's excited. Yeah, so I don't know. It should work out. It's a family affair here at the house.
And I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned from good old Susie Orman, right? People first, then money, then things. So, you need to do what you need to do to keep your family happy and supportive, and then, make your money and then buy your things. So I took that away many years ago, and I really think, one of my number one things, which Rachel will tell you, is when I started selling Pampered Chef, I promised Justin that it wouldn't take away from our together time, because we work opposite schedules. So the time that we have together is really important to us. And so, I have my major moments that I make exceptions for, which he understands. But, that's one of the important things, is to make sure that your house and your family are in order. And I think Pampered Chef really complements that amazingly well. Like I said, there's something for everybody. Regardless of how involved or not involved you want to be, I think it's really easy for anybody to be successful at doing this. So. Yeah. So our next activity, it was going to be an activity. Maybe I'll make it more of a homework assignment, since there's only one attendee at the meeting. But it's to really brainstorm about, how to get bookings. I know that's the number one barrier and struggle that people have when they're first starting up, is how do I find these people? And I think that you'll see in your new consultant kit, there is an opportunity to kind of make a list of people to reach out to. Like I said before, not to ask them or, strong arm them into helping you, but just to let them know that you've started this business, and see how supportive or helpful they want to be with that. So if I could ask everybody that watches this to, come back with 10 ideas of, maybe not just the mainstream, mother, father, siblings, but what ideas do you have to drive your bookings? I think that'll really help everybody come back at our next meeting and say, I have 5 or 10 bookings for the next month, and this is why. So come away from this meeting, go write down on an index card or a piece of paper, 10 ideas that you have for the next month on who you're going to reach out to let them know that you're selling Pampered Chef, to offer them the opportunity to start their own business. And like Rachel said, lean on us to help you make those connections, and really, group chat with us on Facebook, send a message to both of us. Whoever responds or sees it first will get back to you and really help you with verbiage or ideas, or here's what the no was. Tell us why they said no, and if they say no, ask them why, because that'll only help you learn and develop your business. Just bring it back to us, and we'll help you move forward.
I can tell you there's been many times that Jason and many other people on the team have literally copied and pasted and said, I've gotten this question, how should I respond? And I'll just type up a response as if I'm responding to that question. And the question that the team member asks me every single time is, can I just copy and paste this and use it? And the answer is yes. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm helping give you some words. So please feel free to do that. That's why we're here.
So I've gotten tons of no's. Rachel's gotten exponentially more no's than me. And most of you said no to me first too, as well. So, I mean, it's not just, you don't accept the first no, you listen, because the minute that you make it about you is when you lose the interest. So you really need to look at the person and what Pampered Chef could do for them. If it's helping them with a tool to make their meals faster, if it's helping them to earn money to, support their children's activities. If it's, just providing a vacation every year, there's tons of reasons why people are in Pampered Chef, and I think it's totally different for everybody. I looked at Rachel and said, how can you manage to do these in-home shows? They're so exhausting. I hate leaving the house. How can you do this all the time? And for her, it was, she likes to get out of the house. She has her children that she spends all week with, and having Pampered Chef as an opportunity to get out of the house and interact with adults was appealing to her, whereas I would rather snuggle with my dogs all night long.
The other thing for me is that, for you, Jason, your full-time job is out of the house. So you're out of the house all day. And for me, my full-time job is in the house. So that's why getting out of the house is nice. Mm-hmm. Because I have a feeling some people really could stay inside their house all day, every day for the entire year. Not me. I need to get out once in a while. So this lets me do it.
So yeah, there really is something for everybody, whether it's buying the product to help themselves at home or, starting their own business and reaching whatever success levels they're interested in reaching. Just lean on us and we're here to help. Is there anything else that you would like to add tonight, Rachel?
I think you should, to go along with your little homework challenge here, I think people should, yes, make a list of some people they can talk to and ask, but I think you should start a post on your group and see if people can just start posting some ideas of ways to book shows, places to go, people to ask. There's that great list, of course, inside the My Recipe for Success book, but maybe people can come up with some other ideas too, like the dentist office, the doctor's office, maybe there are some creative ideas, like some people do a pamper a business thing where they make a little Pampered Chef treat and they bring it into a local business, or again, the doctor's office or something, with some catalogs and order forms, and they'll drop it off at reception and say, hey, I just want to thank you for whatever last week, or just in general, I wanted to drop these off for you. And here's some catalogs and some order forms. And hey, you know what? If you help gather some of these orders, I could make you the host and give you those rewards, right? And then the receptionist goes, ooh, okay, it's my lucky day. I have brownies and I can get free Pampered Chef. And you can sometimes get a show out of it that way. So kind of brainstorm some ideas and then maybe take them back to the page, and Jason can start a post. And we can
start a post, and every time you post, you get an entry into a drawing, and I will do a $10 gift card to the winner of that drawing. So share all of your ideas. Nothing is too silly or too stupid. It will work. What are your ideas? Post them on the group page under the booking post that I'm going to post in 5 minutes. And we'll do a drawing at the end of July for a $10 gift card.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Stacy, do you have any questions or issues that you want to talk about?
Well, if I don't bring this up, Nate's going to have a fit.
Okay.
Where do we go? Like, if we have product ideas or grouping ideas, like right now, especially with back to school, we've got a lot of kids, because my whole staff is college kids and high school kids, but they're looking for stuff to take to school. And I thought it would be good. I sold a couple moms on the micro steamers, the micro cookers, but just some kind of kit for going away to school that's got a couple bowls in it and a micro cooker or things like that. The mason jar sets are great, but is there any ideas on that, or even a theme show, a back to school theme show, things like that? But that was kind of something that I think too is a market that we're kind of missing out on.
Yeah, I have seen a few dorm living essential posts in some of the groups, but you're a rock star at creating pictures and collages, so I would totally challenge you to make it your own idea and talk to your customers or your friends and see what you think will do, and post them out there in the groups and watch them succeed with everybody. I think that's one of the most amazing things, is when you have a really good idea and you share it, and then people come back and are like, thank you so much, I made so much money from your idea. So I think there's a foundational college dorm living micro egg cooker, how do you cook in the microwave. But I've also heard from a COO that I work with that her kids will put their Pampered Chef in their closet because they don't want their roommates to touch it. So I don't think it is just an older adult demographic, but the more that we can market to that would be great. And I think that you're in a perfect position to help create those ideas. But definitely the groups that are out there, just search for college or student, and I think that you'll find a number of memes or graphics that are already out there.
The number one thing that I always promote when people ask that same question, what should I give to somebody who's just graduating, going off to college? The rock crock casserole. It's small, so it fits in those small dorm fridges, okay? The dorm fridges, the dorm microwaves. But, most kids take off to school. They want to take a little saute pan or a little stock pot or whatever, so that they can cook in a community kitchen. But how often do they actually use it, right? Like, that's just extra stuff that takes up room in their dorm, and they don't have room in the dorm. So the rock crock allows them to go down and bake a small cake, make spaghetti and meatballs on the stove, or make mac and cheese and ramen in the microwave. Now, if you're doing a cooking show and you want to show off a recipe for the rock crock, I recommend doing something with chicken. So fajitas and margaritas, that's my go-to recipe. It's the one that Claire showed me at my very first party. It is still my go-to recipe for shows. I make fajitas and margaritas more than anything else. But being able to show how to make chicken in the rock crock, super quick, easy, juicy, delicious. It's a quick and easy recipe that can also be very healthy, right? And you can take your manual food processor and make up a small batch of salsa while your chicken fajitas are cooking, and you have a fresh, healthy meal in a matter of minutes, and it's a hot, fresh, healthy meal, and it's something different than mac and cheese and ramen. So that's a really great recipe that I like to show.
Okay.
So that's where I would start. And yeah, you can definitely make collections, make your own. A lot of people are doing that, because the one thing that can be super overwhelming to somebody, which is probably what your friends are dealing with, is we have a catalog with 500 products in it. Where do you start, right? So a lot of people will make those picture collages and put a grouping of products together, right? The spiralizer with the dual-sided cleaning brush and a mini, the rock crock casserole. Perfect combination for using a spiralizer to make veggie noodles, cleaning it, and cooking them in the rock crock. You can then, of course, offer that package deal at a little bit of a discount if you'd like, knowing that discount's going to come out of your commission. But if it helps you sell some rock crocks and spiralizers, totally worth it, right? And it can just be something easy like, it's $4.50 off the set. Well, that's just the price of the cleaning brush. It's not a big deal. You're earning way more in commission than $4.50. But it gives people a starting point. So those are some things I would think about. But you could easily put together a little baking set with, the brownie pan, the little nylon spatula, the small whisk, and the small batter bowl.
Yeah, something like an essential starter kit or something like that. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, college dorm essentials, would be like a tool turnabout, the rock crock casserole. I would say a manual food processor.
Microwave egg cooker.
Microwave egg cooker for sure. What else?
Scrapers.
A knife.
I'm in love with scrapers.
Yeah, some of the little ones, and then the one or two of the mini ones. The flexible cutting mats, the small set, because they take up zero room. And a knife.
Hamburger patty maker, because who doesn't grill out when they're in college, right?
True story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then you need to have the barbecue turner, which it cracks me up. Here's a fun story for you. I was at a show, and that was on special, so I had it with me, and I was talking about it. And there were two girls at this party that had just turned 21, and so they're very excited. They're having beer, right? And I hold up the barbecue turner, right? And I'm talking about the serrated blade and the little fork and the cover. And one girl turns to her friend and goes, "Oh my gosh, look, that bottle opener has a burger flipper on it." And I was thinking, well, the turner has a bottle opener on it, But the mind of a 21-year-old, that bottle opener can be used to flip burgers. So that's kind of a fun one too.
Perfect.
So go put some graphics together and then share them with us so we can use them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Pray for rain. Pray for rain.
Always.
Rain dance it out.
Mhm.
Mama needs rain.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're approaching the 9:30 hour, so go out to the Jason's Rockstar team page, post your booking ideas, get entered into that drawing for a $10 gift card. Share your successes, share your struggles. We're here to help you. Rachel, Claire, Donna, all of us on the director team are here to help you, so please lean on us. And again, thank you so much for joining the team. We're so happy to have you here, and I'm so honored that you trusted me to join my team, and I'm sure Rachel feels the same way. And we want nothing more than to see you succeed like we have and reap the benefits that Pampered Chef has to offer. We didn't even talk about the trips tonight. Rachel just got back 2 weeks ago from the Bahamas on a totally Pampered Chef paid trip, and that's honestly what I've been working for since January. It was towards my trip. So starting in the middle of the year might be a little difficult to earn for next year, but not totally out of the question. If you want it, we can make it happen. There's a cruise next year to the Bahamas, and then there's an all-inclusive Riviera Maya vacation in Mexico that is the top tier of travel. And there's just so many opportunities. Make sure you're checking out Consultant Connection and reading all of the PC University training materials that are out there, because without all of the materials and training that's out there, neither one of us would be where we are today. So, yeah.
And then another thing to remember when you earn those trips, you need a certain number of points to earn them, but directors need fewer points.
Yeah, and
So
every recruit that you get is 3,000 points once they qualify. So you can reach those numbers significantly faster when you start recruiting.
Yes, indeed you can. Even one recruit, I think we decided that even just one recruit every other month makes such a huge difference. And one recruit every other month for a whole year will help you promote to director by the end of the year as well. But do it faster, get that bonus. But I mean, to put things in perspective, I have already earned the top level trip 6 months into the year. It was much harder when I first started and wanted to earn a trip, but with some hard work and determination, it is not out of the question to earn that cruise with 6 months to go. Okay. And if that is a goal of yours, then reach out to us, let us know. We'll help you break down the numbers and we'll help you get there. Just like everything, when you have a goal to meet, then just let us know and we can help you break it down into steps so it's not overwhelming to you. That's why we're here.
And I think the hardest part when you're first starting is figuring out what your goals are. So start out by doing that. Think really hard about what you want out of Pampered Chef, what you need out of Pampered Chef, and tell us. Just tell us what those goals are, and we will do our damnedest to get you there.
Which is exactly why, Stacey, I was asking you if you had a number in your mind yet, because having that number in your mind of this is how much I need to make every month to make my finances comfortable, share that number and we will help you get there. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do every month so that you have that number coming in. Having a number is a good place to start.
Because 500 is definitely a doable income with Pampered Chef. I mean, my first month was 1,100 and I was blown away. So I think 500 is definitely doable, and I would say with 3 to 4 shows a month, that's a very reasonable goal, and we'll help you get there, especially with your awesome virtual picture making. And I mean, I've been doing lots of virtual shows and I was blown away by yours. So it's nice to see refreshing and new things, and just keep them coming.
And your videos are so great. I love your videos.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That was like a total, I got out of work early and I knew I was going to make dinner in that night. And I was like, I need something just more interactive on that party. And it was a good experience. Thanks.
It was fun. I love it.
And something that I keep telling Donna is that I'm taking so much of Pampered Chef, what I've learned from Pampered Chef, back to my day job. Like, you know, I can't say that I wouldn't have gotten promoted in May at my other job without Pampered Chef, but I'm definitely taking a lot more back about, you know, recognizing, you know, your colleagues and supporting each other and training, and, you know, the investments that you make to build your business is, you know, something that's translatable to any business that you're in. So, you know, take full advantage and absorb everything that you can, learn everything that you can, because it's only going to help you in so many parts of your life that you won't even, you know, imagine when you're first starting out. So with that, at 9:29, because I'm nothing if not punctual, we will wrap up the meeting. And again, use our team page if you have any questions or concerns, and we will have a meeting once a month. And like Rachel said earlier, if you can't make our meeting, feel free to join in on her Rockstar meeting, and, you know, we will watch all of the amazing things that come from July. So thank you.
Hey,
I love
thanks.
you all.
Thank you guys for having me this evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.